It was difficult. It was the 50s. I think men were less attuned to their children in those days. And as a child, you were, your parents were godlike to you.
Sure.
So any small word or gesture meant a great deal. My father and I were really raised by the same woman for the first 6 years of our life. I lived with my grandparents, and so his mother really kind of usurped my mother's role and she became my primary mother. And so it was very unusual in that we had that in common, and yet we also had all the difficulties that came from that in common. And
was it competitive?
It was competitive. It became competitive, and my pop didn't quite know how to contextualize that or what to do about it, and so it became very painful for the two of us. And it was something we had to work. I worked very hard and long on sorting through, and but it was fraught with a lot of tension and a lot of confusion.
And between the jigs and reels of that tension and confusion, do you think there was love there?
Well, of course, I mean, at the end of the day, when my pop, particularly when he got older, and he softened up quite a bit. But my father was was struck by a lot of mental illness, and so that doubled up on all the confusion and the difficulty. Sort of ran through our family, and it affected him very deeply. So when I look back as I got older, I understood a lot of the things that had happened through the fact that he'd been very mentally ill for a good part of his life. And so it gave me an understanding that I didn't have when I was young. As he got older, he received a lot of help, and he softened, and the feelings between us became a lot more, things just evened out, and when he passed away, we were on very good terms, and I was lucky enough to have had a few discussions with him that sorted out a good deal of our past.